Hello everyone, and welcome back to TV Days Drama Digest. Today, we are diving into one of the most gripping and complex storylines currently unfolding on Days of Our Lives, the mystery surrounding Sarah's accident. The latest developments have brought a new layer of tension, as it seems that Sarah has finally regained her memory of the night she was hit by a car. The truth is beginning to unravel, and the consequences could shake Salem to its core. Let's break down the twists and turns of this dramatic plot and explore what Sarah will do next as she faces a devastating revelation. For weeks, viewers have watched as Sarah struggled with memory loss and confusion following the night of her terrible accident. She was left paralyzed and emotionally shattered, unable to remember the exact details of what had happened. The uncertainty surrounding the event has loomed large, creating tension between her, Xander, and those closest to her. But now, in a shocking turn of events, it appears that Sarah has finally pieced together the puzzle of that fateful night. Her memory has returned, and the truth she remembers is as unsettling as it is painful. She recalls standing in the middle of the road, staring blankly into the distance, right before the car struck her. It was a moment of vulnerability, a moment where her life was forever altered. But more importantly, Sarah has come to a terrifying realization: the person behind the wheel that night was Fiona. Instead of immediately going to the police or reporting what she remembers to Xander, Sarah makes a surprising and mysterious decision. She goes directly to Fiona. This choice speaks volumes about the complicated emotions at play and the deep internal conflict Sarah faces. While many viewers would have expected Sarah to go straight to Jada or Xander with her revelations, she chooses to confront the woman she now knows is responsible for her suffering. Why did Sarah keep quiet? Perhaps she's protecting more than just herself. She knows the truth could destroy Xander if it came out. After all, learning that his own mother was responsible for his wife's paralysis would devastate him. Sarah may also feel conflicted, torn between a desire for justice and a reluctant empathy for Fiona, who has desperately been trying to keep her dark secret buried. From the beginning, Fiona has been carrying the weight of her guilt in silence. As the driver who hit Sarah, Fiona knew she was responsible for the accident, but fear drove her to conceal the truth. To protect herself, she pointed the finger at Brady, allowing him to take the fall for something he didn't do. It was a cold and calculated move, designed to keep her role in the tragedy hidden. Fiona's greatest fear is that revealing the truth would destroy her relationship with her son, Xander. Knowing how much Xander loves Sarah, Fiona has always been terrified that he would never forgive her if he found out she was responsible for the accident. So, she kept quiet, hoping the truth would never come to light. But now, with Sarah's memory returning, Fiona's deception is about to be exposed, and the consequences will be severe. When Sarah goes to Fiona, it is not simply a conversation, it's a confrontation filled with tension and unspoken emotions. Fiona is visibly shaken to see Sarah standing before her, knowing full well that the truth she's been hiding is no longer safe. For the first time, Fiona must face the reality of what she has done. Sarah, armed with the knowledge of what happened, demands answers. She wants Fiona to confirm what she already knows, that Fiona was the one who hit her and left her to suffer. But what will Fiona do now that her darkest secret is on the verge of being exposed? Will she finally admit to her guilt, or will she continue to lie and manipulate to protect herself? Fiona's shock quickly turns to panic as she realizes that Sarah not only remembers the accident but also has the power to destroy everything she has built with Xander. The relationship Fiona has worked so hard to maintain with her son is now hanging by a thread, and the guilt she has carried for so long threatens to crush her. But what exactly is Sarah's plan? As she confronts Fiona, it becomes clear that Sarah is playing her own game. She may not be seeking revenge, but something far more complicated is at play. After confessing what she remembers about the accident, Sarah shocks Fiona by insisting that she isn't planning to go to the police or expose the truth. Instead, Sarah may be protecting Fiona, for now. Sarah's motives are layered with emotion. On one hand, she knows that revealing the truth would shatter Xander's heart into a million pieces. He has already been through so much, and learning that his mother was responsible for the accident would be a blow he might never recover from. Sarah, in her own way, may be trying to protect Xander from that pain, even if it means keeping Fiona's secret. On the other hand, viewers are left wondering if Sarah has an ulterior motive. Is she truly protecting Xander out of love, or is she using this knowledge as leverage to get Fiona to admit her guilt? By confronting Fiona and forcing her to acknowledge the truth, Sarah could be setting the stage for Fiona to come clean on her own terms, without the need for further deception or lies. Fiona is left reeling after Sarah's revelation. For the first time, she realizes that Sarah knows everything and yet has chosen not to expose her, at least not yet. This unexpected turn leaves Fiona with a difficult choice. Will she take this opportunity to finally confess to her role in the accident and take responsibility for her actions? Or will she continue to lie, knowing that the truth could destroy her relationship with Xander? Fiona's fear of losing her son is palpable, and she may be tempted to double down on her deception, hoping that Sarah's desire to protect Xander will keep the secret buried. But Fiona also knows that the weight of her guilt is too heavy to carry forever, and the truth has a way of coming out, no matter how hard you try to suppress it. As we look ahead, the question remains, what will Sarah do next? Will she continue to protect Fiona for Xander's sake, or will the truth eventually come out, causing irreparable damage to everyone involved? The revelation of Fiona's guilt has the potential to blow up in ways no one can predict. Xander's loyalty to his mother will be tested like never before, and his relationship with Sarah could face its greatest challenge yet. Can Xander forgive Fiona for what she's done, or will this revelation tear apart the bonds of family and love that have held them together? And what about Sarah? Is her decision to protect Fiona a temporary one, or will she ultimately decide that justice must be served? The choices Sarah makes in the coming days will have far-reaching consequences, and the fallout from this revelation could change the landscape of Salem forever. As we await the next chapter in this gripping storyline, one thing is certain: Sarah's memory of the accident and her confrontation with Fiona mark a turning point in this tale of deception, guilt, and fractured relationships. The truth has finally surfaced, but what Sarah and Fiona do with that truth will determine the fate of everyone involved. What will Sarah decide? Will Fiona confess? And how will Xander cope with the devastating truth that his own mother caused the accident that changed his wife's life forever? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.